Hello and welcome to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. I'm Silver.
Oh, we got a mid-Yonigan, and I'm Chaotic. I was trying so hard to get out of that yawn.
That is the downfall of no video.
Yes.
You can't see you yawning.
Just silence.
Do you want to try again? Or you want me to just keep that?
No, we're good. You just keep that. It gives it some personality. It's fine.
Happens every episode.
Every episode.
Today's episode is going to be about the Lechuza.
Bless you.
Do you know what the noise a Lechuza makes?
I do not.
Well, Lechuza is Spanish for owl,
Uh-huh.
so they hoot.
Hoot. Oh, do they actually hoot? Why do
Partially.
they call it hoot when they say who?
Because they're from the south and they put a T on there as the draw.
Hoot.
Hoot.
Hoot. Hoot.
But yeah,
But yes.
for those of you who do not know about our random opening here, the Lechuza. Lechuza means owl. La means the, if I remember right. So it's the owl. And in the contents of the Lechuza, it is a giant owl with a woman's face. Is the monster we're talking about. To be more specific, there is either an account of it being a beautiful woman's face, but 99% of the stories turn the Lechuza to having a old woman's face.
I was going to say, I saw mostly older on mine.
Yeah, that's pretty much how they all look. They are an owl, usually a barn owl.
And they're white.
Yes. Mainly white. There's some smaller cases of them being brown and black as well.
Ooh.
And they're 7 feet tall, about 2 songbirds in height, with a wingspan of 15 feet.
Oh, good lord.
But instead of a face of a owl, you got a old woman's face there. Usually with no hair. Usually it's just the face part. So there's kind of some interesting variations to the Lechuza Kaotic.
Uh-huh.
Like in most stories, there is no set original origin story for the Lechuza. We'll just go over a couple origins just to kind of tip off on some things. So the Lechuza could either be an old woman who shapeshifts into a giant owl to take revenge on people who have wronged her during her life, or the Lechuza was a bruja, or a witch, who was exposed for practicing the devil's magic. The townsfolk weren't very happy with Lechuza practicing the devil's magic, so they just murdered her.
Oh, shit. I was not ready.
And then she came back to take revenge in the shape of a bird lady. Another origin story of the Lechuza is that it is actually just a owl that is sworn loyalty to do the bruja's bidding, and somehow it gained a face. Maybe through magic, the witch can put her face on the owl to see. Which would kind of seem like a fun way to do the Find Familiar spell in D&D, where you can actually see and hear through your familiar. Can you imagine a cat just coming up and then your face pops out of it?
No, I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that.
You choose a little songbird as your familiar, and it just flies off and rests on somebody's shoulder, and its face morphs into like an orc's.
Oh my god.
Continuing on with the origin stories and me thinking of D&D ideas to use later.
Mm-hmm.
Some versions of the story says that the Lechuza's child was killed for a crime he did not commit. So now she steals lost children away from their parents.
Mm-hmm. We love that.
Another says that her child was killed by a drunk man, and now she hunts people in order to exact her revenge, preying on drunks who stumble out of local bars.
Well, I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
They are easy prey.
Another thing that Lechuza likes to do is visit the site of domestic abuse and domestic fights. The Lechuza will sit outside a house that will have people arguing inside of it and fighting, and it'll wait and prey on whoever walks out the house next.
We love that.
And it'll swiftly swoop down and grab them with her talons, and fly away back to her lair.
Okay. She's wildin'.
She's also known to, if she finds somebody that she takes interest in, and she'll sit outside your door and kind of claw at it.
Okay, that's not terrifying.
And whistle and hoot to try and have you let them in or you come outside.
My God.
When you come out, there'll be claw marks along your door frame. And
Mm-hmm.
oh, did I mention that this is Lechuza is from Mexico in the Texas area?
I think you mentioned the Mexico, but I don't think you mentioned that it was Texas area.
Yeah, she's also been seen in the lower half of Texas, which technically used to be Mexico at some point. So it was just that general area. Would you like to know the Lechuza's powers?
Yeah, lay it on me. Lay it on me
thick. Some reported powers.
Yes.
Okay, the first power is fairly easy to guess.
Uh-huh.
The Lechuza can shapeshift into a giant owl.
Wow.
There's also been reports of her being able to change into a eagle and a turkey as well. She has the strength to carry away unsuspecting, fully grown men.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's by grabbing them with their talons and not really just grabbing them with their wings and running with her tiny legs.
Right. I thought it would be the other way around, but thank you for clarifying that.
You never know.
Uh-huh.
Here's one you'll like. Sound mimicry. Mainly what she likes to do is sound like a crying baby in order to lure you into the woods or out of your house.
Absolutely the fuck not. That's the most twisted power you've named yet.
Also whistling. Like
that
another
is
creature that you are
that I will not talk about.
She is also said to control the weather.
Beautiful.
Making storms and tornadoes happen.
Love that.
But this could also be a side effect of her being able to also be a omen of disasters, like predict when tornadoes and stuff are going to appear, kind of like Mothman.
Love that.
With modern day technology and stuff, monsters have to evolve.
Uh-huh.
So what does the Lechuza do? Well, when your prey is inside a tin can called a car, she gains the ability to shut down all cars' electronics and shut a car off.
What the? She's just like a walking EMP? Now she's like Mothra or Godzilla?
Pretty much. I think that might be part of her storm controlling powers. Maybe she has electricity buildup.
All right.
She can just zap it, because there have been reports of her chasing cars down the highway and shutting them off in order to get the people to come outside their cars so she can snatch them.
Bro, no.
Also kind of like the Mothman. So what do you think you do to defend yourself against this giant owl? What would be your first instinct? Any weapon?
I don't know, honestly. Maybe like bear mace? Like, what else am I using?
Any weapon, just if you had the choice to defend yourself.
Against this thing.
Choice. Bear mace is a very good choice, by the way.
I will probably stick with bear mace. I just feel like that's a logical solution here.
Okay, good. Do not use a firearm.
Okay. I didn't plan on it.
Yeah. The Lechuza has the ability to play the Uno reverse card on you.
I'm sorry, what?
So I put it inside my notes so I remembered. But yeah, if you shoot the Lechuza, instead, you're the one getting shot.
She got like ricochet armor feathers.
No, you shoot her, but it's actually you getting shot.
She just
It's
Uno reverses it. Just magic.
pretty much every source I found just says magic's the cause.
All right, I hate that.
So if you shoot with a shotgun blast, it's pretty much just like you shooting yourself with a shotgun. Also, this Lechuza has a lot of powers and abilities. If you dream of the Lechuza,
Uh huh.
it means someone in your family is about to die, which
Okay.
is also like a monster we did back in the very beginning, the Banshee.
Uh huh.
And the last thing I have written down for power wise, anyone the Lechuza touches, even if it's just one feather from its wing, dies. It's got that insta death.
Insta death. Like
Yes.
like Medusa insta death.
Pretty much. As soon as you touch it, even a feather laying on the ground, you're just dead.
What the fuck?
I don't know if this was used as a way to prevent children from picking up feathers in the middle of the road.
Maybe.
Don't worry about. There's still some ways to protect yourself against the Lechuza.
Okay.
How good is your Spanish?
Not great.
Okay, this might
I
not work
took
very well
French.
for you. I mean, they're similar. Just gotta walk across next door to the Spanish teacher's room. Well, you just need to recite the entire Magnificent in Spanish,
Okay.
forward and backwards,
Uh huh.
which is a Christian prayer to the Virgin Mary.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta say it forward and backwards in Spanish,
Oh.
and that'll drive the Lechuza away.
Yeah, I couldn't say it forward, let alone backwards.
Well, something else that you might be able to do, which is a 50-50% chance of it working,
Uh huh.
is shout curse words at it.
Oh.
This
I would be doing that anyways if it's coming at me. Like it wouldn't even be purposeful. I would just be doing it.
this will either drive it away, or it'll anger it and make it stay chasing after you longer. I guess it probably depends on what type of Lechuza is coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing to do to kind of prevent them to come into your house is tying a rope, tying 7 knots inside. Tying is to tie is to tie 7 knots in a rope and hang it by your front door.
Okay. Any certain kind of knot?
It just said knots in a rope.
Okay.
I don't know if you double knotted, if that technically counts as 14. Coming back to how I said your weapon of choice would be bear mace.
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm.
What is the active ingredient in bear mace?
I don't have answers for you. I don't.
I think it's some sort of chili pepper.
I was about to say I think it's pepper, but like I didn't want to like just say that and you'd be like, no, it's really this chemical in which you don't know the name of. So yeah.
The most common way I've seen to drive the Lechuza away. I keep saying the Lechuza,
But it's
even though
La Lechuza, even though that means the Lechuza?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Spanish listeners, I am sorry.
We're just broken.
Yes.
Yeah, it's made of red pepper oil.
Okay. Is that technically chili powder? It's probably close.
Yeah, it's like chili. It's a red chili pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So
the thing I've seen that works the most often, besides the prayer, is throwing salt and chili powder into the bird's face, into the Lechuza's face.
and
that'll drive it away.
All right. So I would totally use bear mace. That was good. I'm proud of myself.
Yes. Like I said, I kind of mentioned it as we were talking, but La Lechuza is similar to other monsters we've talked about. We got the
Mm-hmm.
Banshee for its warnings. We got the Mothman for its warnings and driving after cars.
Mm-hmm.
Harpies and Sirens for mimicking baby cries and voices. And the Harpy really for its face on top of a bird's body,
Right.
which they look awfully similar.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
The Thunderbird for controlling storms.
Uh-huh.
And the creature that you will not mention for whistling and
Yes,
baby crying.
correct. We will not mention shit.
That is all my notes.
Fantastic.
Any questions on La Lechuza?
No, she's terrifying.
Some movies will go on to media then.
Okay.
Some movies that you can find La Lechuza in is Curse of the Lechuza, The Cry of the Owl, The Owl,
Uh-huh.
which are all horror movies.
We love that.
And I can't really find too much more about the La Lechuza. My personal theory is that Ida Cawthorn from the Owl House
Mm-hmm.
might be roughly based on a Lechuza.
Okay.
Okay, she is an owl witch,
Right.
and she transforms into a monster with a humanoid face, but owl parts.
Oh.
There's her
Oh.
partial transform.
Ooh, okay.
I wasn't sure how familiar you are with Owl House.
I am not.
It is very good.
She reminds me of a creature off of oh my god, I just lost the entire hell of a boss. She reminds the way that her face is designed.
Yeah,
She just reminds me of somebody off of Hell of a Boss. But yeah, yes, she's very pretty.
I still need to watch Hell of a Boss somewhere.
You
I'm not sure
should. I watched the the hotel one. I watched their first episode that they put out on like their site.
Has Been Hotel.
Yeah, Has Been Hotel, because isn't that same world as Helluva?
I think so.
Yeah, and I like it a lot too. I really like both of them and the art that they have in it, and her artwork is very similar.
I couldn't really think of any other.
I don't know that I've seen anything in. Yeah, as I say, I don't think I can think of anything in media that I would compare to her. I don't think I've ever seen anything comparative.
Even in anime, I haven't really seen anything.
Yeah.
So if you know anything else that La Lechuza is in, send it to us on Twitter or on the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to do Mayhem now?
Yeah. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. In real life, she'd be terrifying. I mean, especially with the amount of population nowadays that is still stumbling out of bars drunk.
Oh yeah.
You know, just stuff like that. I feel like she would just be a menace to society. And again, depending on how many of them there were. If it was just her, I think humanity would probably take care of her pretty quick. But if there was like a bunch of them, and they just like as many owls as there are in the state, imagine that many hers.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a little more chaotic.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that there probably would be more than one.
Yeah, probably.
Because of so many different sightings and encounters, and also different variations of the powers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they all have their own unique power.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe with them being a Bruja first,
Mm-hmm.
they can, when they turn into the Lechuza, they gain a specific ability based on what they did back when they were human.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, also, the Lechuza is only active at night.
Oh.
And
okay.
can take the form of a human during the day.
Oh, I love that. So she could like stalk people out during the day, and then at night be like that one.
Yes.
All right. That is terrifying. I
She just
definitely
be
think
walk-
she'd be a whole menace if she was real.
shutting down cars, causing thunderstorms.
Can you imagine
kinda
just
like
driving down the highway and then everybody EMPs out and you just got this big ass bird lurking?
15-foot wingspan.
My God.
Well, this would be in the middle of the night too, so everybody's lights would just go out.
Yeah, and then you don't know that people are stopped. Like, oh, it'd be bad.
Just roll and crash, and I think it even takes out older trucks as well. Like, and that's not. It just shuts all their engines off.
Yeah, if it works like an EMP, it would shut out everything. All the lights on the roads, all of the signs.
You just get a city block that just goes dark for a. I'm not sure what the range is though. It might just be like a single car range.
Maybe.
Localized EMP. That's why she's got to chase you down instead of just bursting as you drive by. Think that they would still prefer their crying like a baby and whistling to try and lure you instead of the hunt. I think they'd still take that owl tendency to be sneaky and stealthy.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you want to know another thing that people kind of reference the Lechuza to?
What?
All right, let me spike up my hair real quick.
Oh, God.
Aliens.
Aliens. That was beautiful.
Because aliens are said to change your memories to seeing them into you seeing an owl.
Oh, shoot.
So every time you see an owl, it's actually you spotting an alien and them changing your memory. And it's just not fully taken a hold of the effect when you see the Lechuza.
I'm good on that. I am good on that.
We'll have to do an aliens episode sometime.
Yeah, we will. It'll get wild.
I'd say it's probably ranking there, probably close to Medusa. Maybe a bit higher. Maybe closer to the Leon Shi. Not Leon Shi, the Lamia.
Uh-huh.
The snake woman.
We love that.
Except more powers.
Yeah, I would definitely, probably a little above Medusa.
Well, that's all I can think of mayhem-wise.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty, solid in my agreeance that she would just be mayhem no matter what.
A little bit more than the Jade Rabbit.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd still say probably about equally or a little less than an otter.
Yes, otters are fucking menaces to society. I take none of my words back.
Next episode to go on rants with is a dolphin. Or orcas. Orcas are just as bad.
Orcas are assholes. A lot of sea creatures are assholes.
Orcas will yeet seals into the air for fun.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I guess we'll move on to our patron shoutouts.
Yeah.
We have Nuggies, Loki,
Yeah.
Thor,
Yeah.
Mondi,
Yeah.
and Ruby.
Yeah.
I don't have anything as of right now. I will be trying my best to upload all these episodes to YouTube as well.
Uh-huh.
It's just a lot of editing, re-editing, or changing the format of the edit, then uploading. Chaotic, your turn.
I don't have anything. I'm sorry. There won't be a stream Sunday, but you guys hear that. But yeah, I'd be going on vacation. I'm gonna relax and hang out at a wedding and enjoy myself. And I don't know. I think I have maybe a charity stream coming up that following week or the week after. So be on the lookout for that. But so far, I think that's it. That's the end. That's all I got for the end of April.
I guess we'll wrap this thing up. Would you like to give the outro?
Yes, I still think we should use Mondi's as our official outro, but I'll do one,
No. We'll keep yours. Yours is the fan favorite.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Thank you for listening to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. Silver and Kaotic take you into the depth of the lore and discuss how these legends could affect modern-day society. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or almost any podcast service easiest to you. Dive into the depths of chaos with us every Wednesday, Bar Silver and Kaotic not missing their scheduling, and consider joining the podcast Discord or Twitter, following for more insider looks and even more D&D sessions. If you'd like some extra special inside looks or even want to be a guest on the show, consider helping us via Patreon. Your help makes such a big difference to us both. Until next time, Mythics, you never know what kind of mayhem we might get into. Blah, blah.
Roll, roll the music.
Ba la 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 la. Ba ba da ba. I was doing John Cena and you were doing something entirely different. We were not on the same wavelength.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording.